good morning. Today is Friday, July 18th, 2025, and this is the Daily Collective Tarot and Oracle reading on Jade Emerald Green. Okay, Mercury in retrograde right now, starting today in the sign of Leo. It'll be in Leo for the entire time, leading until August 1st, and then it'll still be about a 10-11 day shadow period. So really August 11th is what we're looking at when we finally, at the time of when we'll come out of this retrograde. We also have Mercury sextile Venus, and we have the Moon in Taurus today. So what does this all mean? Okay, so let's start off with Mercury retrograde. Of course, like I said yesterday, I hope you backed up the things you need to back up digitally. I hope that you have all of your transportation needs secured and had the conversations you need to have, looked over any contracts you need to look over, because this is a period of review and reassessment. It's not necessarily a start something new type of period, though you may be in plans to start something new after you come out of the retrograde period. But yes, it is a time to reduce, reuse, recycle, review, and reassess. But I think with this retrograde period starting off today, Mercury sextile, I'm sorry, I don't know. So if I said trine before, I really meant sextile. Mercury sextile Venus right now, Venus being in Gemini, Mercury being in Leo, is actually giving us a good course to kind of smooth over these things. Be careful about what you say, though. Like, even if you're trying to be nice to somebody, be careful about what you say. It is important to know that this is only say what you mean what you say, period. I mean, it should be, regardless of if it's retrograde or not, but just be mindful of the things that are coming out of your mouth, even if you're wanting to give somebody a pity compliment. Don't do it. Just leave it alone. Moon and Taurus, though, very indicative of what our card of the day is. It's very fitting. Moon and Taurus is, when we have our Taurus is about all earthly, all about your material, your tangible, your money. And this is where we're also called to review, what are we doing in that arena? So I want to hop into our card of the day. Hey, yo, Six of Pentacles, the card of giving and receiving, either money or anything that's tangible, right? Sometimes people say that it is a gift to be able to give. And that is very true. It is also a gift to be able to receive. Like, I'm gonna be real, but to be able to have the balance of having experienced both in your life is really what I'm trying to give at. This is a card that's going to ask you, am I receiving as much as I am giving? Am I giving as much as I am receiving? And this doesn't necessarily have to happen, all at once. But in the scheme of your life, what is your reciprocity level? Is your reciprocity out of whack because you're giving too much? Or is your reciprocity out of whack because you're taking too much? Are you one that doesn't like to ask for help because of your pride or ego, and you have a fear perhaps regarding that? Are you one that perhaps is taking too much and is not putting back into the pot and then leaving people feeling drained and resentful? All of these questions surround the Six of Pentacles, because you see, as this person that would seemingly be otherwise in a suit has a scale tattooed on their hand, giving, and the person who's flat out with their hand receiving doesn't really seem they have anything on there. But it's all about balancing the scales. Everything is about balance. That's why we're in Mercury retrograde. We have to reassess before we can move forward, to make sure that our lives and the way we communicate is in balance. This Mercury in Leo is all about communication of what our wants and needs are, but making sure that we're communicating in a way that is not leaving a scorched earth. Because Leo is in the sign of the sun, it deals with the ego most directly out of all the signs. It's important that when it's in retrograde that you're not experiencing, whether firsthand or otherwise, the shadow sides of your ego, which can come into play oftentimes when dealing with matters of the tangible give and take. So, and what ultimately this is, about, like, why are we reviewing this scale cycle, is because we need to stay in balance, because that's how we get the Queen of Sheba coming through with them gifts, okay? This is now speaking more on the intangible or the inconspicuous parts of life. Queen of Sheba gave a whole bunch of gifts to Queen of Solomon. Queen of Sheba from Ethiopia revealed to be Queen Makeda in the Ethiopian Holy Bible. So I think there's a lot to unpack here, but in the best way to summarize, you don't know what you don't know. This is definitely also, this retrograde, as we are reviewing and reassessing, going to be a time that things are going to be revealed to us on the divine plane. Meaning, open up your internal ears to spirit. There are messages that you need to receive and messages that you need to send. Your prayers, it's about time to make sure your prayers are answered. Now more than ever. Sorry, I kicked the tripod. But you are with the divine, whether you know it or not. To practice engaging with the divine, I think now would be a great time. Because when you're trying to make those spiritual moments and wishes and gifts turn into tangible results, your spiritual and material world, or you are the connection between both. You're holding it together. It's like the star or the high priestess or the hierophant. You are that person that's holding it together. Your degree to which it's held together, maybe to the extent of which your belief goes. But today is a good day to start, for sure. What I would like to announce. Oh, okay. So this Friday, I will be DJing at High Dive in Milwaukee, along with several other amazing DJs. So come out to $5 Freaky Friday at High Dive. Diamonds and denim at the High Dive. That's our theme for today. So dress accordingly. And I will not be vending today at Pepper Pot. So I will be giving out readings out at High Dive though, when I'm not DJing. So make sure you come down to 701 East Center Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in River West. The party starts at 9 a.m. going till late. I'll be giving readings between like 11, midnight or so. So if you get your late night reading, come through. Okay? That's all I have for you. Thank you all, and please have an amazing day. Ciao.